time talking to you all from Cannes Film Festival. We are due to go home tomorrow. Heartbreaking, isn't it?
I actually am a bit heartbroken. It's really sad.
It's so sad. And, you know, for saying that we've had some fabulous weather the last few days, the heavens have opened, the heavens have cried because it is our last day in town.
You know, it makes sense. It makes sense. Cannes is feeling our absence already.
It really is. So we've escaped from the weather, which is a bit of a shame because we're in a really, really cool spot right now that we really wanted to show you, but it's really coming down. So we're going to wait until it's a bit drier, and then we can maybe show you around a little bit. But where are we, Isabel? Would you like to tell the people?
Yeah, we are at the Forbes Villa, and we are at the Women in Film cocktail reception, which is, you know, such a lovely cause. It's a shame because the villa is spectacular. It's just the weather that's not quite got the memo that we're in Cannes and it's a film festival. So
yeah, it's crazy. And I mean, we've there are people here really dressed to the nines. You look fabulous, Isabel.
Oh no, I know. People are really dressed to the nines.
But my head is like, oh, we need to pack. We need to check into our flight. And here we are,
making the best of it.
Surrounded by people with ball gowns, with our little champers. So yeah, cheers, Isabel.
Cheers, my love.
Here's to a lovely Cannes Film Festival. So let's see if we can show you around the awards in a bit, because we're in such an incredible venue that it'd be a real shame not to. But in the meantime, let's talk a little bit about the last 24 hours.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's been a big 24 hours.
Big 24 hours, and then let's reflect a bit on our Cannes journey. Oh, Izzy, you got a little bit of something on your teeth there. Using the mirror.
Yeah, sorry,
you got it. You got it.
Thank you.
So first things first, shall we talk about last night?
Let's start with last night. We'll get the big juicy stuff to you in a minute, because
let's start with last night. So, and that is some big juicy stuff.
Oh yeah, that is big juicy, yeah.
Because we went to the very, very fancy Hotel du Cap Eden Rock for an event.
Yeah, so you might remember we actually went there for lunch earlier this week, which was spectacular. I mean, the minute we arrived, we thought this is like nothing else we've seen. So to go back for a second time, we were even more honoured, because yes, oh my goodness me, what an event. It was at sunset, the rosé was there, it was flowing, there was gorgeous food, gorgeous outfits, and we just had a lovely old time, didn't we?
We really did, and we got chatting to a lot of professionals in the industry, which is really, really fun. We were chatting away to Greta Gerwig's agent.
What a lovely guy.
I really tried to pitch Isabel. So I was like, oh, if you want to represent someone new, if you're looking for new talent,
Emmy should be my agent, because I nearly left the room with a musical theatre gig. Okay, so yeah, Emmy did her goddamn best.
We did. I worked my hardest.
You did. You did very well. I think he liked it. I think he liked it.
I think he did too. But yeah, we had a lot of fun chatting to all the people there, and then we stayed for probably the most expensive cocktail I've ever had in my entire life.
Yeah, you're not wrong there. It was quite steady.
€38
for one.
But like this much liquid in it, which I think obviously means that we're not Cannes ready yet, even after a week, because we're still bartering over the price of cocktails.
Yeah, this is true. We wanted to just swallow it. We wanted to just sit there and go, do you know what? This is why we're here. But when the bill came in, it was €70 for 2 drinks. I mean, it's quite a moment.
Your eyes sort of go like, oh my god. But mine was very nice.
Oh, mine was. So you had a really fancy sort of matcha situation.
I had a matcha cocktail. I went to Japan earlier this year, and I like matcha now, everyone.
Just in case anyone didn't know, Emmy went to Japan.
Oh yeah, konnichiwa. Anyway, so we had a great night last night, and then we were up and at him because, you know, Cannes never sleeps.
Never sleeps.
And it's a press conference day.
And not just one, 2 whole press conferences.
Deux, as the French would say. So we had the press conferences for The Substance, which is starring Demi Moore, Margaret Qualley, Dennis Quaid. It's actually been kind of one of the breakouts of the festival, which is really cool. So it's basically a kind of gory horror that's based on like women in the industry. Demi Moore sort of plays like a sort of aging out actress who hears that she's going to get replaced, and then she finds out there's this treatment, and if you take the treatment, a young, vibrant version of yourself can take over for a week, but you have to keep the your you for a week, and then you're the young, vibrant one for a week.
Oh wow!
But when the version starts taking up too much of the time, that's when the drama ensues.
Oh, this sounds exciting.
And people have been really loving it. I tell you what I was hearing yesterday at the party that we were at was that was the big one that people were really, really enjoying. And Selena Gomez's Amelia Perez, everyone was saying that's one of their favourites.
And
of
that
the
had
festival.
a musical flair.
Yeah,
I
musical
can't believe we
theatre.
didn't get to see it because we were literally standing there thinking, oh my goodness me, this is like us on a play, isn't it?
Yeah.
Selena Gomez, musical, and actually, as much as people get a bit of slack for doing a musical film, everyone loved it. It seemed like it really was one of the hits of the week.
Those have been the big hits, they have. So first things first, press conference with Demi Moore. Margaret Qualley couldn't be there because she was travelling. I think she was travelling somewhere to film. She was at the festival earlier this week. Said hello to Demi Moore.
Oh my gosh, tell them all about it. It's very impressive, guys.
There's not much to say.
No, you did great.
Well,
it's so hard. As you guys know, we told you every single day this week, it's really hard to get a conversation going with these celebs.
I thought I'd help out all of our skincare and ask her what her secret was, but she didn't
want to tell you.
She didn't hear me.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Let's go with that. She
that.
didn't hear me. So instead I asked her how she was liking Cannes, and she was saying she was having a wonderful time. And then some of the French reporters asked her to say something in French, and she has her little chihuahua.
Oh yeah.
You guys should see this dog. It is the cutest little dog you've ever seen, and she can say my little dog in French.
Oh, that's very sweet.
Yeah. So she's a pet owner first and foremost. But then Dennis Quaid came through. He was lovely. He talked about their standing ovation. I think they had an 11-minute standing ovation last night for the movie, and he said it felt like floating, which I thought was lovely.
That's a lovely way.
It was so lovely.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
From Dennis. And then I had, a chaotic chase after Kevin Costner. The Prince of Thieves himself would be proud of, I think.
Yeah, you need to paint the picture though for us, Emmy, because it was quite the moment.
There was one woman on a goal, with a dream. So basically,
You might have gone off.
So basically, hang on, can you hold this for a sec? I'll clip it back on.
Yeah.
Thank you. So, Kevin, usually the way things work at Cannes, sorted, thank you so much.
It's all right.
Is that they do a photo call, and then they basically walk through all of the red carpet, and they go into the press conference. So it's a good tip to be waiting, because they'll walk past you and they'll say hello and they'll sign autographs and they'll answer some questions, that sort of thing. So I waited in my normal spot.
Yeah, the golden spot that we found.
We found the golden spot. Turns out he'd already done his photo call the day before, which has not happened all week, by the way.
Unprecedented
the whole time that we've been there.
Yeah.
Kevin keeping us on our toes. So I literally saw where he was going to go in, and it was inundated with people. It was so crowded, it was crazy. So I was like, what is the thinnest spot here? It's here. I ran into the crowd. He actually took his time signing some autographs, which was nice. And the thing is as well is that when the person's actually there signing autographs, people are like, Kevin. But when he's actually there signing them, everyone goes quiet, because I think everyone's a little bit in awe.
Yeah.
So even though I was 3 people back, I was like, my moment is now. So he talked about his children being at Cannes. He said it was wonderful to be there with them. He talked a bit about what he wants fans to get from his movie, which I'm not sure if you said the name of it. Yeah, I'm so sorry. It's called Horizon, an American Saga, and it's like Kevin's big Western that was sort of sounds like slightly to do with why all the Yellowstone drama sort of happened, if anybody watching is a fan of Yellowstone. I think it's had really good reviews since it's come out. He's also put a lot of his own money in it, I think.
Oh,
so
interesting.
A lot riding on
Okay.
it success. So he was saying that he hoped that fans get what they pay for out of it,
nice.
Which I think is, fair enough.
That is fair enough.
Couldn't ask for more than that. Get value for your money. Oh, sorry, I
Sorry,
stood on Isabel's foot. And what else did they say? I think, he said about his kids. He said about the fans and the standing ovation. So I say the Prince of Thieves, the Prince of Tears, because
nice.
Thank you.
Nice.
I sort of
creative.
I tried my best. So he had a standing ovation last night, and he actually got a little bit teary, which is, I think, really sweet.
That is sweet.
It is. It's really, really touching. So he was talking about the standing ovation and just how amazed he was by it, which I think, is lovely, because obviously he's a big, big, big movie star, and I guess it just never gets old to know that you're appreciated, no matter how rich and famous you are, it's always a nice feeling. So it was great. And then so that was the press conferences.
Yep. So then
we had a little bit of lunch.
we had a bit of lunch at a lovely, lovely beach club, which looks like, so that's where they actually hosted the opening party for the festival this year. So it's really good to see that, see what the venue looked like.
It was a soft launch, isn't it? Because it's a Palm Beach venue that basically next year they think it's going to be a game changer. I like, so now they're still working on a lot of building work kind of thing around there, but it really is like
so elevated, so glamorous.
It's nice,
you could see why they choose it for a party venue for something of this caliber, because it literally is exceptional.
So they think next year it might be the site of like quite a few events, or just we'll have to come back and see.
That's what we said. We said we'll see you next year.
Yeah, exactly.
Even sort of bagged a room, really.
You know what? I think the weather has gone dry a bit. Shall we venture out?
Yeah, we can.
Venture out to the villa? We haven't actually seen it ourselves because we ran in here in the downpour that quickly. So let's go have a look. Let's see what we can see. Let's just take you out, and you can see that everybody is much more glamorous than we are. Well, I am. Sorry, Isabel. You look very glam.
No, you don't know.
Oh, very slippy. And look at this view. Oh wow, you've got your pool, you've got your celebs, you've got looking out to Cannes, there's the ocean over there, and then everyone dressed up. So nice. Now, do you think we go, and as you can see it's a Forbes party, there's the sign down there, shall we go sit back inside?
Yeah.
Just realised out here it is quite loud, so we don't want to deafen you all. They shouldn't have to listen to anything but our dulcet tones.
Oh yes, absolutely not.
So we'll go back into, we're in this little side room here, which is where we went to get out of the rain, and it's sort of a little bit away from the party. So we'll go and sit back here, but we're glad we got to show you a little bit of it. Glad that we got to join it as well. So let's take some questions, shall we?
Yeah.
So, because we, as well, you know, it's our last one, it's our last live. So, you know, it's nice to reflect a little bit on the week.
Yeah, I'm like so sad that we're going, guys, honestly. It's just been such an incredible week. Like, I really, really am going to be leaving a little piece of my heart in Cannes.
Yeah, exactly. So Tim is asking, so if anyone watching, if you've got any questions, please leave them. We'd love to answer them, feel free. So Tim wants to know, out of all the stars you've met, who has been your favourite?
That's a really hard question. Okay, so I have to say, because we have another question where I'm going to mention another celebrity, I will say that my favourite person who I've met, firstly, was Kelly Rutherford, because on an individual, like on a personal note, I've been obsessed with her for years. Big fan of Gossip Girl, and she was just spent lots of time with me, really chatted away, and it was just surreal, really. When you've watched somebody on the screen like so many times, I mean, it really was a moment. And of course, Barry Keoghan as well. That's very cool.
You stole mine.
Oh, sorry, you go. You go.
I mean, I think I was most starstruck to see Barry Keoghan, because honestly, you know, for saying that they're all here in Cannes, they are still so elevated. You know, sometimes they could be on another planet for how close you get to them. Whereas Barry Keoghan was at this party, he was right on the ground with us. He was having a good time.
Kind as well. He was really kind.
I'm just laughing because there's these big windows over here, and a woman's just done this like comedy lean to what we're doing.
Oh wow!
It's like, I wonder if and then she went back to the door again. She can come in and join us if she likes. But yeah, so Barry Keoghan for me was a real big one.
So we've got can't believe what you guys have seen. What has been your absolute highlight? Oh, too many to. I do have one.
Go on.
Okay, it's got to be when I bumped into Meryl Streep when I left the toilet on day one. Because, like, in what world?
I know, that was like a Cannes moment, wasn't it?
Oh, that was like, you're in Cannes, you've arrived, hun, because that was just, yeah. Imagine, I literally stepped out the toilet, she was there giving Dior with her hat, her suit and everything. Got to be that for me.
I love it. I think for me it was maybe going to the Hotel de Cap Eden Rock.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah, so it's just like sort of like a little bit of you're okay, don't worry. A little bit of a view on how the other half live, and I mean it was like the most amazing place, and oh my god, I'd love to stay there.
Oh, I can't even imagine what the rooms would be like. We didn't actually get a chance to look at the rooms.
PR's watching by chance.
Yes, if just in case. For next year,
hit us up.
A full 2-week stay would be excellent.
Little update: the lady who did the comedy lean just came in like, sorry.
I think she was definitely curious.
Should have got her on the sofa. So it has been a really, really amazing trip, and we've loved filling you in on everything.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us through all of these lives. It's been so much fun.
So much fun.
So much fun. We've had a great time. Any big low points, Isabel?
Low points. I think the weather at the beginning was hard to manage because we were so banged out with stuff that like it was running everywhere in the rain, and then getting glammed up and then getting outside and it being raining. You're just like, oh my gosh, you just want to look nice because you've got celebrities popping in looking perfect. I'd say the weather to start with, but obviously that had a massive turnaround, so there was absolutely no problems by the end.
Yeah, that makes sense. The weather's a good one.
What about you?
I think for me, if we're being like grumpy, it was a shame that we didn't get into the Campari party. Just because it was so crowded outside, and I think they were a little oversubscribed. Invited too many people, which happens. And it would have been nice to have squeezed in there and had a walk around. But what can you do? Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much. We've loved every second.
Had a great time. Hope you had too. And we will see you
hopefully next year,
2025. Hopefully, see you then. Bye.
Bye.